From the 28th through to the 31st of March at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre, you will find Awful Auntie, the David Walliams book being brought to life by the Birmingham Stage Company. To tell us more about the whole show and his part in it, I'm joined now by Neal Foster. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Hello, nice to talk to you.
Well, good to catch up and good to see what's going on. So tell us a bit about Awful Auntie and your role in it.
Well, it's one of David Walliams's greatest books that he's written, and I am playing Auntie in it, and it's this fantastic comedy thriller that David's written, and we've transformed it into this amazing show on stage with a brilliant cast that we've got, and the most fantastic set that I'm looking at for the first time today because we open next week, and we're really looking forward to coming to Wolverhampton, one of our favourite venues at the Grand.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I mean, these books themselves, kids absolutely adore them. And seeing that magic from the page brought to life on stage is a great introduction to theatre and something that they'll have read probably 8, 9, 10 times plus, but they still love the story and want to see and hear it again.
Well, there's such a big difference between reading these great books and then, as you say, seeing it come to life, having actors dressed in the most extraordinary costumes on this fantastic set. You know, we've got uh, everything that the story has in it. Because what David really likes about us when we do our shows, like Gangster Granny and Demon Dentist and Billionaire Boy that we've done previously, is that we really bring the whole show to life exactly as he wrote it. So if you have expectations of the book, we really deliver. So there is an owl in the show that is the role of Wagner. You know, I am Auntie in all her glorious wickedness and naughtiness. We've got fantastic young actors playing Stella and Soot, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat for the whole hour and three quarters that the show runs for.
And with the way the story starts off, and Stella having an interesting time of it upon a trip to London with her parents, obviously it gets intriguing. And as you've mentioned, Aunt Alberta isn't exactly, it seems, maybe the most truthful of aunties.
No, David is created in Auntie one of the great characters. I mean, very much in the style of Roald Dahl. She's very, very funny and very wicked. And yes, Stella was on her way to London with her parents, and there was a terrible accident. Stella's ended up waking up from a coma, and her aunt is there to tell her what happened. But aunt's version of what happened turns out not to be the truth. And in fact, Stella's in for the fight of her life to try and survive her awful auntie, who wants to get hold of the stately home that is their place where they live. And it's this battle, it's this 2 hour battle basically between these two women, Auntie and Stella. And Stella only survives because she meets a ghost called Soot, Soot the chimney sweep. And together, those two children battle the auntie to see if they can stay alive and keep the hall from being taken over by this monstrously hilarious woman.
And what's it like bringing a character like Auntie to life? Because I know you've played larger than life characters in the past, and this is another great opportunity to shine, show off, and have some great fun with some comedy.
Yes, I mean, I think the closest I've ever played to it is I play Grandma in George's Marvelous Medicine, which we've done all over the world. And as you know, she was an extraordinary doll created, and David has done something very similar with Auntie, and she's fantastic to play because she is, well, when you get that mixture of someone who's very funny but very wicked at the same time, it's what I really, you know, what you want to do is be scary and make the children laugh at the same time. So they find you scary, but they find you funny all the way through, because that's such a wonderful combination. And that's the gift that David is with the story, and I get a chance to play. I do have a very lovely costume and a very lovely wig, and you won't know it's me by the time I've got everything on.
David also seems to write something of himself into many of his characters too, and I should think that makes it good fun too.
Yes, I mean, I'm sure this is a part that either David Walliams could play. The other person who I think would be wonderful at playing that part would be Matt Lucas. Funnily enough, I think he'd be an amazing auntie. So yeah, of course, David and Matt have dressed up as women in so many of the shows that they've done on television, and I'm sure when David was writing it, he could see himself playing Auntie. He would be magnificent. But tough luck, David. I've got the part and I'm playing it, and you're just going to have to sit and watch. But of course, that's going to make me more nervous than I've ever been to actually perform this role in front of David Williams on stage when he comes to see it. So that'll be quite a performance.
I tell you what, if there's anybody who can ace this, it is absolutely you. So I don't think we've got any worries there. I'm sure Mr. Williams will be appropriately impressed with the magic that's brought to life with this on stage. Awful Auntie, as I say, is at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre from the 28th through to the 31st of March. Tickets at grandtheatre.co.uk, or call the box office on 01902 429212. But Neil Foster, have a fantastic time with it. Break a leg and make sure that you're appropriately naughty as an awful auntie as you tour the UK, stopping off at the Grand this March.
Marvelous. I will certainly do my very best. I think we're in for a really fun ride.